you on, I think it was Wednesday?
Yes, on Wednesday.
Great. So why don't you tell me a little bit about, what had you call out to us?
So I found out, well, one, I guess I'm interested in getting a pool, and then going through, being on social media, your business popped up for pool installations, and I guess you guys also do, I don't know, like do you guys do like fix up yards and stuff outside of the pools? Like kind of I don't know if you guys do patios and all that stuff. So yeah, so I was interested in getting some type of estimate for budgetary purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and I'm not sure.
Beginning stages?
I'm in the beginning stages, and then the other reason why I need to get this done, because when you come out here and you look at my land now, in my mind, I feel like I have enough room for the pool. Obviously, I'm not looking for like a gigantic Olympic sized pool, but I also have intentions on building out my deck. So one of the things I want to make sure, if I'm going to get a pool, is there enough space to still have a deck built out, because it's not built out yet. And I'm kind of holding off on doing anything to my backyard until I know where I'm going to go with a pool.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's great.
Yeah.
We can definitely help you to figure out what your all-in costs are going to be for the yard as you go through the exploration, and that way you can kind of understand, what your all-in would be, and then navigate whether there are certain things that remain on the plan or if they have to go.
Okay.
I understand you want to kind of have a holistic understanding of what you're in for.
Yes.
Is that right?
Exactly. So you'll be out here on Wednesday?
I'll be there on Wednesday, and if I can't secure someone to be able to come out with me, since we have all these other elements, would you like me to push the meeting back, or do you want to still meet with me on site?
I say we can push it back if you can't get no one. Maybe like the next week, or whenever they're going to be available.
Awesome. All right. Well, then what I'll do is I'll see if I can make it happen this week, and if not, I'll have the office call back and reschedule for you.
Yep, that'd be perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pauline.
All right, bye-bye.
So like Ivan was saying, what we want to do is kind of take you through our portfolio and see if anything kind of catches your eye and what kind of natural reaction you have, because as we can see, you have a real good taste for design and style. So we want to kind of...
too good, but
So,
I have high taste. Yeah.
high taste is good taste, right?
Yeah.
So I saw this one the other day, and I'm just thinking about, what you said. You wanted something that's more casual, that's going to be, safe for the kids, so they could actually be hanging out on a sun shelf or tanning ledge like that. And then one of our designers, Dave, actually did this one where we had steps enter from both sides, and in the center you had, approaching to a deeper end. So you could go deep enough so that the kids could, jump in, but then, shallow enough so that when you get in and you have to, be a hero, you'll be able to touch the bottom of the pool.
Yeah, is this like a ledge or lifted, like?
Yeah, so that would drop off. So that's exactly it.
Okay.
So that's like a tanning ledge. So typically, when you're like at a resort and you're in a chair, you're just kind of kissing the bottom of the water, so you're kind of sitting in it. And then for the little ones, it's kind of like a kind of mini baby pool, but you're right. Like this will drop off into the regular depth of the pool. It's kind of like multi-purpose.
Yeah.
So, and like Ivan was saying, you can do bubblers in there if you want to get a little bit more like resort feel with some, like it's almost kind of therapeutic because you can kind of like hang out around those water bubblers underneath. So there's like, a lot of different options as far as shape, pool decking, features, as far as what comes off with moving water in the pool space.
What do you think about what you're seeing in front of you?
No, I love it. I mean, that first one is like pretty cool.
Yeah. What do you like about it?
I like this here, like being able to, I know I've seen at resorts, I think it's on another page where they have 2 lounge chairs in there.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that. Yeah, I mean, I just like this. I like the steps on both sides and like the little lighting there. So
And we can even put a sleeve so you can put an umbrella in there, so if you do want to get a little bit of shade but still enjoy the water,
Right.
because you're going to get quite a bit of sun back there.
Yeah. Very fun, yep.
So I keep going back to, in my mind, what you're talking about for safety, because I know that you said it's important for you, Pauline, to have the little ones safe in the pool. And you know, you kind of triggered something in my mind. You're asking about that edge on that side.
Yeah.
We might be able to actually form that up and put like a curb. You see how there's a step here
Yeah, yeah.
going in? We could, before the step, actually have formed out a piece of the shelf come up there, so you can still have your chairs inside, and then you know the kids wouldn't be as likely to go off the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of call it like a float in, float out. Like if you're on a float, you could maybe get over top of that little lip, you
Yeah.
know. So we have some clients that do that kind of concept if you want, or you can leave it open. You know, the girls, as they get older, I'm sure they become, especially if they have their own pool, they're going to become good swimmers at some point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You won't even need that. Yeah, you kind of have to look down the road as well. And this is like kind of like an overhead of, you know, some of the different projects we've built. This is a negative edge. Your backyard doesn't really have that type of, you know, setup.
Yeah.
And then this is more of like a free form shaped pool here.
You guys do infinity pools?
We do, yeah, that's what that one was. This one over here. Yeah, this one is an infinity pool actually. You can see on the back side.
Okay,
So this is
okay,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like if you look in between, you can see the drop off on the back
Yeah.
in between there.
So that's where it drops off right there.
Right.
We actually put a fire pit behind it in this space. But this had the elevations to be able to achieve, you know, that. You could do
Out
something
there
like
like
that.
that?
Well, you could do something like that. It's just you're not going to get to feel the true edge because the beam is going to come up out of grade, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of other amazing things we can do to give you that resort feel, you know, that you're looking
You
for.
see all this little thing here? I don't know if you guys
Spa?
have. Yeah, like if I would do like from maybe like a 1 or 2 feet, like little thing in here, and then
Could
section
spill
off.
over into the
Yeah,
pool.
that's what I was thinking. That was like also kind of a vision in my mind too.
Sure.
But-
And it's certainly a possibility because these we can kind of set at any elevation. You can kind of switch into them even at the height that we're sitting at, seat height 18 inches. So it's a possibility. Or you could do a standalone spa that could be part of the deck
yeah.
because then it would be closer to the house and you can use it year round. This type of spa is more of just during the season, so during the swimming season. So you kind of have to think about that, you know, is when you close the pool down, that more than likely is going to be shut down at that time.
Yep. Makes sense. Okay.
Keep taking you through some of these.
So there's a nice sleek one there.
Yeah, I like sleep.
Real clean.
So we actually put broom finish concrete out around this, which is nice because it's low maintenance for the customer.
And cool on your feet.
Yep, and
And
real
good
cool on
traction
your feet.
and not you won't slip.
And we
Coming
saw
out of the
cut.
pool. Okay.
So we actually designed where the cuts were going to go in the concrete there, so it didn't look like normal concrete, and didn't have that like wide plastic stuff you
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
from
yeah.
like commercial pools. So we did that with this nice rectangle pool and put a little bit of bluestone around it just to give it some pop.
Yeah.
You could have something cool like that because we could slightly elevate the pool out of grade, and then there could be a little bit of an elevation drop off there. So when you're kind of hanging out along this coping, you kind of put your arms up there and you're just kind of
Right,
looking
right.
out back,
Yeah.
which has a nice feel. And this has the same thing. You can see it has the sun tanning shelf here, and it has the steps here. It just has more usable, you know, space in there. Do you kind of like that feeling a little bit?
I do. I like sleep. Looks minimal.
Yeah.
Like. So with this, is this a tandem bed too?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got, again, you could see these size of chairs. You could almost get pretty much 3 in there without a problem with that size, you know, pool there. This is actually down out in southern Chester County. This kind of had the feeling of a negative edge, but still had the coping on the back side because it kind of dropped off in elevation. This kind of gets into some of the different and finishes that are available if you go concrete gunite, and then these get into your fiberglass style pools. And this is a really sleek look because it has porcelain around it, so again, really cool to the feet. Good traction, and you know, has more of a modern type of flair if you look at the overhead there.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to stay modern. The sleek is good. I'm trying to take this approach of minimalist.
This is right not far from here. This is in Middletown. This pool
Oh, really?
we built, and this was all, you know, like a mixture of travertine and marble there that we did, which again is very cool. And you kind of see the backyard, it kind of looks into a field. But this is a big Middletown development that we built a pool in. Very clean looking, but it has a little more. This has like an outdoor kitchen, has a fire pit. It's kind of spaced out on either side. Auto cover, you know, for safety. And this one's actually on Dover. This one's more free.
So you guys do outdoor kitchens too?
We do. And we build them all different ways. This is one of those endless pools. There's a swim jet, and you kind of swim against it. So it's a little different. So is anything calling out to you that you've kind of seen that's like kind of a direction maybe?
Yeah, it is. Well, I still like the first one. I guess between the first one and that other one, the one that's sleek look, this one and that other sleek look, I don't know what it is.
The one with the
Concrete.
deck.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's really clean looking. That kind of even kind of fits your backyard a little bit.
I figure I probably would have to stay long.
Yeah.
Nothing, you know what I mean? Just because of my backyard anyway.
Yeah, the setbacks around here are around 6 feet, so that's about what we have from the back of the property line. So we can help you lay it out.
Okay.
Nice thing in Newcastle County is the impervious, which is the total coverage area. You don't really have a lot of limitations around it, which is kind of nice. You know, so we kind of incorporate both the pool and the deck together in the space.
So they didn't, I'm not showing anything here with fencing. You guys.
These are all auto covers. So in Delaware, if you have an auto cover, you don't have to have a fence, but certainly maybe for the kids, you're going to want a fence and maybe even a gate off the deck.
Well, the thing is, the HOA, excuse me, if you get well, you can only have in-ground pools, but they were saying if you get a pool, you have to have a fence.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
So this one actually had a fence. It's just not
Further
visible
out.
around it.
Oh, okay.
Like a powder coated aluminum or something real clean.
Yeah.
I know sometimes the HOAs and deed restrictions around what you're allowed to put. Do you have any idea what their spec is on the fencing? I guess we could look at it with you and help you interpret it.
They gave me this big book.
Did they?
Yeah. I mean, if I read on it, I'd probably just pass it.
I'm sure that we can help you with, figure that out.
Yeah.
That is exactly.
The fun thing about those books is depending on who you have that's reading it, it
Yeah.
could say different things,
Yeah.
So, I keep thinking about how you said you wanted to have a sleek pool. So this one is about 18 feet by 38 feet right there. The more narrow you go, it's actually going to be an advantage for you for the sleek pool, because if you actually go long with that pool, it's going to have a unique look to it. It's just going to look just a little bit different than what other people have.
Okay.
So I think that might be an advantage stylistically for your.
So Di Sabantino Landscaping is the company that I'm considering to create my outdoor space in my backyard. As you saw, we had a consultation session. It was a great session. They gave me a lot of ideas on how I can create this space. So I just kind of wanted to, because they were going through portfolio of different options for pools, and I kind of want to show you maybe something similar is what they're going to create an estimate for me on. So here, let me turn the page here. I just want to. So while I'm getting to it, I do want to say, I'm looking for something modern, sleek, minimal, not a lot going on, but clean, clean looking. and they showed me some options, and this is not, so what you see here, this is in their catalog. So this is something similar is what I'm going to get. So you see this shallow edge here where I'll be able to put some lounge chairs on, and then as you go further into the pool, it gets deeper. They have like some steps there. So this is something, you know, similar to what I'm looking to get. And then we also talked about some other options for my outdoor space, such as a deck, a kitchen, and some seating area for the patio. I also thought about a fire pit, but after thinking about it a little more and after they left, I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and have them install a gas fire pit. I'm just gonna go ahead and just purchase a propane one. I actually seen a really nice one at Pottery Barn, and I just think, you know, as long as I have space where I could put the fire pit, I'm fine with that. So it does not have to be built in as they're going to do the kitchen. And then for the outdoor kitchen, you know, basically real simple. It's just gonna be the gas, the grill, refrigerator, and it was one other thing they mentioned. Oh, and a compartment for trash with like some pull-out drawers. That's pretty much it. Nothing really too fancy with the built-in kitchen, outdoor kitchen. But one of the things, you know, that, because at first, you know, they came over and I had the intent that I wanted to just do the entire project. And one of the things that they shared with me was that I can do this in phases. And it actually makes a lot of sense. And that is actually what I'm going to do, whether I go with this company or another company. I do have lined up some other landscaping companies to install pools to get an estimate. I don't want to just go off of one estimate and just to make, you know, and make a decision. They look like they do fantastic work. But just want to see from a numbers standpoint, you know, what to compare it, right, between companies. I know that just generally, I don't care what company you go with, they're all going to be, it's just going to be an expensive project, right? So, and I do understand it, and I get that. And the more bells and whistles you add in your outdoor space, obviously the more costly it's going to be. So right off the bat, I was just like, you know, everything we talked about, I don't even want to mention what I would put it like this, everything on my wish list, he gave me a estimate cost for it, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, we're going to do this in phases. And, but still, I mean, it's expensive. You know, you're not even sleeping outside. It's expensive. So I am going to, once I select a builder, you know, someone who's going to do the deck and the pool and patio, I am going to do it in phases. So yeah, I just, so I cannot wait to, you know, to get that process started. On my outdoor living space, and to show y'all, to give y'all the progress on that. But for now, just wanted to give you guys a peek at what it, similarly, this is not the exact pool of what I picked out, because this is obviously not my house, but something similar. I just want to give you guys an idea, because I really like that shallow part here of the pool where you can sit 2 lounge chairs there. Ultimately, you know, I told the guys I wanted to have like that resort feel vibe to it. And certainly, you know, my selections and what I chose, you know, I am going to get that. So I'm going to keep you guys updated and posted on my outdoor living space. So before I close out this vlog, I just want to share with you all what the hubby presented me with for Valentine's Day. I'm like really shocked, because it's something that we talked about and I knew you always wanted to get it. And look what I got. This is so beautiful. This teardrop, pear shape, however you want to call it, ring that I've been wanting for so long. And he presented it to me on Valentine's Day, and it is so beautiful. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on because my hands, I don't have a manicure. I don't have a manicure. my hands are so ashy. But it is so beautiful. And then I also got these roses. And a balloon. There is in the background. Thanks, bye. You don't want to be on camera right now. But yes, this is what I got. So excited. I know things that I think he had a different thing in mind from actually presenting it to me, but things didn't work out. I was like, this is more than enough. So I'm happy. Happy. It's Chastity in the background. Yes. So thank you all for tuning into another vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, so exciting. I met with the guys about the pool. So definitely looking to show you guys more of a design, what I'm looking for. The next step in that is for me to go to an in-person meeting so we can look at the design that they're going to create for my specific space out in the backyard. So yeah, so excited for that, to get that outdoor living space project started at some point. And again, thank you for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and click on that subscribe button, and don't forget to like, share, and if you want to have any comments or tips, put it in the comments. Until next time, bye-bye.